Hello, and on today's episode, Speaker Mikey playing Lucy with the football with 40,000 hours of insurrection video. Villain McCarthy. I've got a graphic. Hang on. Villain McCarthy is out to get Villain Gaetz. And more. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I had major technical difficulties this morning. I was like, okay, am I ready? Am I ready? And I look up and my computer just shut itself down. I'm like, anyway, so, I'm here every single day of the year, 365 days of the year, to take your political questions out of the chat because I love this and you guys are awesome. Please put your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America, feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have got epic troll slayers who keep us safe, have for years. Thank you. And when I say years, I have been on every single day for 3.5 years. So, hi. If you're watching this on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamped them as I go. So you can pick and choose. Or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed. I do that a lot on YouTube. Just hit the little gear wherever it shows up and change the speed. I do that. But we've got a great community here. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Oh, my dear great Gussie. Okay. Nails are just a plain. And yes, they are square. This my favorites. This is my favorite shape and length of nail. I have this in all kinds of colors. But anyway. All right. So, Speaker Mikey. We're going to start at 2 minutes, 30 seconds in. Speaker Mikey, and I call him that because he won't like it. He hates everything. At 2:30, Speaker Mikey Johnson is vowing to release over 40,000 hours of January 6th footage. The process to set this up will take weeks or months. And there is little or no audio over what is being released, what has been released so far. Trump buddy Laura Loomer thinks this is all for show. And Johnson will keep significant portions of the videos either held back or heavily edited. And that's a Trump buddy. So, oh, thank you, B. Smith. Thank you. And I've got the Housewives Tarot going today. Okay, so really? Okay. All right, Speaker Mikey. I mean, we don't trust this man. You know, if he said water was wet, verify. Valerie Sargent says, how's he doing this? Putting it on C-SPAN? Well, apparently there would be a designated website. The first article I read, so I'm guessing maybe an earlier iteration of this idea, is that you would have to go to a particular room and sit there. Really? 40,000 hours, huh? CC Ryder says maybe by the time the video is ready to be released, Mikey will be out as speaker. That's also what it kind of sounds like is most likely, but let's see. Oh boy. Oh, thank you, CC Ryder. Thank you. Yeah. Raymond DePascal, MAGA Mike Weirdo. Mikey Weirdo. Yeah. Okay, so January 6th footage. Didn't even have to make a deal with Democrats to get the continuing resolutions going. I wonder if he had to do something like this. I'm sorry about the noise. It's in the neighbor's yard. So just let me know if it's bothering you. 40,000 hours, huh? Mason said yes. That makes sense. 4 of Cups. Yeah, they got something. Usually this is a card of refusal, but it's feels like they got something. But it's not necessarily going to work out exactly how they're thinking. All right. Oh, I'm sorry about the noise. All right. The Emperor. Please do not forget that Speaker Mikey, who hates everything, he voted to not certify the election results. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. Very loud. GM said I thought Tibetans were meditating next door. You're very strict. Yeah, Roxana Lee clearing leaves, exactly. All right, Emperor, 8 of Wands. Yeah, this was the insurrection, throwing for the Emperor. 9 of Wands, so there's a lot that's been gone over. This also refers to the scaffolding and stuff that happened on that day. Now, this is a 2 of Swords, so that's a legal or legislative decision, and Knight of Cups. Well, okay. There's something here where I wonder if he, I mean, was I just guessing, or did I hear something subconsciously that I've forgotten? Because this feels like this is something he had to do. Like he got something, so he has to do this. And we are going to get something out of it. And I would guess a whole lot of, first of all, a whole lot of political ads. Not to mention, they're going to go, there's some people, I mean, they're big news organizations who are going to just hire a team of people who's going to be looking at videos or going through videos or organizing videos 24/7. But hello, Lori from the Way of Positive Change is in the chat. Wonderful Lori is in the chat. And if you need any personal readings, I highly recommend Lori from the Way of Positive Change for personal readings. So, Valerie Sargent says, I thought it was the mystics from the Dark Crystal walking through her yard. The mystics? Oh, are those the big, see, I used to love Dark Crystal. Sorry. And you've heard me say multiple times, Gelfling, two Gelfling. Yeah, to my cats. Skeksis, Gelfling, the mystics. Were they big puffy people? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, he had to do something here. So will it, Evelyn Hartman is asking, it will backfire on the MAGAs. It just feels like Democrats are going to get something out of this. Giovanna is saying, what exactly is the purpose? It sounds kind of counterproductive on the Republicans' part. I know. So is he going to drag his feet? Is he going to Mueller? Is he going to Bill Barr Mueller report the January 6th video? it kind of feels like he doesn't have time. I mean, maybe there's somebody else who's gone through it or been willing or has looked through what they can, but he doesn't have time to go through all that. Well, it would be digital, Mary Smith. Are these tapes copies or are they originals? The only way they could move it would be, I would think, the only way to get that onto the website would be to go to the archives who hold it and say, hey, do the thing. But of course, I could be wrong. Son. This actually feels like quite a bit coming to light. 8 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, King of Swords, King of Wands, Moon. You know how a lot of readers have been picking up maybe Jack Smith or somebody coming along and saying, hey, all you people in Congress who were involved in January 6th, come here. Evidence gathered. Page of Pentacles. This is, they're going to, on the left or the media or what have you, they are going to do a lot of work on this. Of course, Page of Pentacles, there'll be Republicans trying to stack things, spin things, stack things their own way. But King of Swords, hello, Jack Smith. Hello, DOJ, Merrick Garland. Hello, law enforcement. And the King of Wands, who else was involved? Like the King of Wands, these would be people in Congress. Chaos. Absolute screaming from the rafters chaos. And if the DOJ tries to charge sitting members of Congress in this political climate, you know that they're going to lose their minds. Major arcana lose their minds. But there's a lot that's going to come to light. So I can't see. I have a lack of imagination when it comes. I know I write fiction on the side. I know that I have to create villains, and I do my best to create villains. But it's actually kind of hard for me to think of the worst things villains can do. I'm actually there's an outline I've been toying with for a book later in the series. I have pages in Notion for each of the books, and as I come up with an idea for one or the other or something, I throw the note in there. And I know that there's a particular book in that series where I'm going to have to really, it's not going to be easy for me because the villain is really awful. And I don't think that way. So it's hard for me to think about the January 6th, because what we've seen so far, it puts some people, it definitely puts some people in prison. Good. But it hasn't done anything to put Congress people in prison. So I'm just... CC Ryder says this is about protecting the Republican Party and revising history. Well, I got the Page of Pentacles doing that, or trying. But it wasn't as... It's just a page, and it's not... yeah, they've got some lower level flunkies doing it, but it doesn't feel like they're having quite the success that they're hoping for. Let's hope. Let's hope. Okay, at 1410. At 1415. If Speaker Mikey is ousted before the release is finished, will the next speaker continue the project? King Jeffries. Cindy says, watch a couple of episodes of Evil Lives Here and you'll get some good villain ideas. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You know, someday I will, you know, I always have villains and, you know, they're dastardly in their own way. But My characters, I find they always have as many practical problems trying to get to figure out who the villain is or combat the villain as they do confronting the villain. I don't know. It's not important. But, so will the next speaker continue on? Jeffries. I'm sorry. Something in my throat. All right. Hello, Sherry. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. Happy birthday. 2 of Swords. Oh, that's a decision. 7 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 5 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. I wonder if he'll do as much as he does and it'll all happen under his watch, because fruit of labor, or if you just kind of look at it just like that, it just it looks a little bit like film reels, old-fashioned film reels, a little bit. I mean, yes, they're in a tree, but still. To do Page of Wands, so these would be the immature blankety blanks on the far right who stormed the Capitol and were a part of it. 5 of Cups. This is they tried to overturn democracy and they failed. But they made a big mess and it was awful. So Ace of Pentacles. There could be some good footage there that's redacted that could be useful. Got a Queen of Swords here. This feels people with the power to get at some of the redacted stuff doing that. Or I know it isn't, or I know it's not likely, but or if someone wants to tell me that the next Speaker of the House is going to turn out to be a Democratic woman who's willing to use all of her power to cut the head off of future insurrections, okay. But no, it's usually multiple people is what I get for queens of. Sometimes queens are like who's going after Trump? Well, it's Letitia James and Alvin Bragg and Fonnie Willis and Jack Smith. So that would come up for me as the Queen of Swords. Why does it work that way? I have no idea. It just started coming out that way. So, all right. All right, so Mary Smith had a question at 19 minutes in, and thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you for going through the news with me. So Mary Smith was asking, is the release of the January 6th tapes and possible manipulation or propagandization of the tapes going to affect the Washington, D.C. trial? And is that the intention or delay to derail Jack Smith's case? I would hope not, but let's have a look. Whee. So those tapes, will they affect that moron, his case? And I'm not talking about Jack Smith. Jack Smith's case. Jack Smith is awesome. the defendant's case. Are the tapes, are the January 6th tapes that are going to be released, will they affect the defendant's case? There, that's the way to put it. Three of Swords. Defendant's already in a lot of trouble. Bigly, hugely. King of Wands. Moon. Star. Ace of Wands. Sorry, keep hitting that. All right, King of Wands. This is on the far right. All that garbage, the insurrection. The center of it was Trump and his actions. And the last card, Justice. It may help. There was a point where there were so many defendants from January 6th, all the low-level defendants. There were so many of them that the DOJ made a database of video available to people, to defendants and their lawyers, but just said, it's there, knock yourself out, because they couldn't parse all that information. So yeah, we're going to be seeing, this is the longer it takes Speaker Mikey to put everything out, the more these tapes are going to be in the news during an election year. Thank you, Speaker Mikey. Thanks. So, yeah. All right, at 22:15. Okay, there's some disagreement about this at 22:15. There was some disagreement about this, but I think we should talk about it, and I should read about it. Okay, so the original article is the original article, and some legal experts are saying, okay, so Trump is gloating that he scored a huge win in Colorado because the judge ruled he could stay on the ballot. Okay. But the judge ruled that Trump could stay on the ballot despite being an insurrectionist. And the argument that the judge was making was that there's, in the Constitution, it talks about what happens to Congress people who take part in an insurrection, but there's nothing there about a president who takes part in an insurrection. There are human level laws against doing stuff like that. Let's just enforce those. Okay, thanks. Anyway, so what's important to note here, according to some legal experts, now work through this with me here. According to some legal experts, is that this will more than likely be overturned by a higher court, because, or there was an argument that so there are the people who brought the case in Colorado and said Trump should not be on the ballot. He took part in the insurrection. Of course, Trump on his side said, of course, we should be on the Colorado ballot. Well, the judge said, well, I've looked at the Constitution, and despite the fact that you are an insurrectionist, I can't use the Constitution. What's wrong, Paula? Are you okay? Are you hurt? I'm worried now. Okay, I'm just going to give you a minute to reply. Said even though you're an insurrectionist, you know, I can't stop you from being on the ballot. So anyway, I'm fine. Kat did it. Oh, okay. Okay. I was really getting worried. A message from Paula's cat is in the chat. Okay. Whew. All right. So anyway, people brought the case. He shouldn't be on the ballot. Trump says, of course I should be on the ballot. Trump's people. Anyway, the judge says, Constitution doesn't help me kick him off. So even though he's an insurrectionist, and it says that in his ruling, even though Trump is an insurrectionist. So the people who brought the case are going to appeal. On what grounds? I don't know. But they're going to appeal. And there's some legal experts saying that in order for Trump to stay on the ballot, he would have to admit they don't have standing because he's an insurrectionist, which would mean he'd have to admit he's an insurrectionist. Now, I wonder about, I wouldn't think that would work that way. Why would he have to admit that? I mean, he could just say, no, you don't have a good enough reason to kick me off. But there is a judge now who has said in a ruling, yeah, he's an insurrectionist. Yeah, Raymond DePascal, Trump lies matter. Yeah. So, what's going to go on here with Trump the insurrectionist? I read on him possibly being taken off certain ballots. And what I've picked up, for what it's worth, is that it felt like maybe he is removed from a couple of states. However, it's not somewhere where he was going to win the electoral vote there anyway. 10 of Swords. You're an insurrectionist, dumpy. Knight of Cups. 8 of Wands. You're an insurrectionist, dumpy. 10 of Pentacles. No, it's they've got to come up with better. The people bringing the case and other people bringing cases like this in other states, you got to come up with a better argument. And I sincerely doubt there's no other argument to be made. I mean, really. So, Elflower, 1 stars. I'm with you, and I think we are all feeling that frustration. I like how you phrased it. We can't impeach 45. We can't gag him. We can't imprison him. We can't get a conviction, and apparently we can't take him off the ballot. It's frustrating, but it's not. Things will get better. They will. And CC Ryder says, hopefully the Supreme Court, Colorado Supreme Court, will rule in favor of Crew upon appeal. Colorado Judge Wallace's ruling was absurd, hair-splitting semantics on the oaths officers of the government take. Yeah, no kidding. Because it was an insurrection. And it didn't benefit anybody but Trump. It was to benefit him. Same way with the Cohen situation. Cohen went to prison. So why hasn't Trump? Anyway. Yeesh. All right, so Velda Ray says states won't win cases to keep Trump from being on ballots. Probably not, but it just, I mean, logically, I would think not. That's what it felt like. I read on the collective energy. I'm not always 100% correct. No one who does this is, but that's what I pick up for what it's worth. Star of Good Sarcasm. That is a great name. All of the judges so far, except Engoron, are too hesitant to treat him like a regular person because of his former office and his followers. Ding, 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 ding. Agreed. Cindy says he admitted himself that he wanted to go with them into Congress. And he wanted to go down there himself and fix the problem. What's bugging me is that nobody's calling him on what problem? People are just assuming, oh, he was going to calm down no. He said, I was going to go down there and solve the problem myself. The problem was more likely that he wasn't being put back in office. There's nothing to say in what's coming out of Trump's mouth. There's nothing there that says he wanted to go down there to stop the insurrection. Solve the problem. So, yeah. Chief Anna says, universe, throw us a bone here. Yeah. We'll be okay. We will. We'll be okay. All right, at 3150. Oh, speaking of. Hi, hello, Ophelia. After Trump's shenaniganery of late, former RNC chair Michael Steele is begging the courts to put his A-word in jail. Meaning Trump, of course. Steele still has some friends in powerful places. Can he convince some MAGA hardliners to be more objective where Orangina is concerned? Oh, Marby, thank you so much. Thank you. Makes a big difference. Thank you. All right. Shenaniganery. Seriously, can someone? Joyce Matthews says, I only come here to hear Autumn say we're going to be okay. Oh, and the readings too. Thank you. King of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't know that you're going to convince anybody on the right. I think it's just a matter of convincing judges and whatnot to actually take a hard line. King of Cups, Moon, Seven of Pentacles, Fool, Temperance. Don't get your hopes up. King of Cups, they're doing what they can. The prosecutors going after Trump are doing what they can against his chaos. Trump has gotten lucky in certain areas, and he continues to run his mouth. There will be some tempering of him, but it's down the way. Lori from the Way of Positive Change says, I love the Housewives Tarot deck. I do too. Oh, Ophelia, thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, death by delay, 3440. 3440. Okay, so Judge Cannon has buried over new Trump trial deadline stall. Because right now, Fani Willis is having to put off her, because Judge Cannon inserted herself into the Trump schedule May? I think in May. Fani Willis has had to put the start of her trial with Trump off until August 24th or something crazy. So then what if Cannon delays? Or will she wait till the last minute to delay, thinking, oh, well, Willis won't be able to move things then or something? It tells me Willis would move things, but still. Yeah, Cannon's so awful. There was a question. Will I be here for Thanksgiving? Yes, I will. I'm here 365 days of the year. Dead serious. Christmas Day, Thanksgiving, you name it. My birthday, your birthday, I'm here. So, yes, Betty. Yes. All right. Oh, yes. The thumbs up and subscribing really does help. Thank you. Okay, so CC Ryder says Glenn Kirshner has been all over this about jailing Trump. Just talked about it again on Michael Cohen's show. Said the only reason he's not in jail is because the DOJ has not submitted a request. With whom? Or with all of them? Anyway. Garland. Oi. Anyway. I would have thought that would be up to the. Anyway, what do I know? All right. Velda Ray is asking about Judge Cannon. When will Judge Cannon be removed? A happy early birthday, Lady Eva. Alloway girl. Thank you. Happy Friendsgiving. We're all in this together. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Cannon. She's awful. She does what she wants. There's a card missing. And I was distracted, but no, there's a card. There's something she leaves out. There's something missing here that should be here. King of Cups, Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. All right, this would be Jack Smith. Her refusal to listen to anything he has to say. On the right, working badly. Trump's people working badly. Ace of Cups is something new. There's something missing. It's important. It's something. Sorry. There's. She has had several instances where there were important things she didn't do because she's so inexperienced and incompetent and awful. Yeah. Giovanna is suggesting, well, she's missing her brain. There's something missing. Is this some kind of incompetence that she can be called on? Knight of Swords. Worry. Legal worry. Boneheaded. Something boneheaded. Hierophant. King of Cups again. Ten of Wands burden. She's going to trip up. I'm trying to get a sense of what it is. She's going to trip up, though. This is Jackson. This is the government's case. There's Jack Smith. And then there's this huge burden of far-right garbage from Trump. But there's also other right-wing stuff. It's also her internal burden of stupidity. With this sleepless nights, I messed up, her having sleepless nights for having messed up. There's something she's going to do wrong. I don't know if it'll come down to a technicality, or she just messes up something enough that Jack Smith is finally able to go to the appeals court and go, hey, so let me, 3 more cards. Is Cannon going to get kicked off the case because of something, of her incompetence? Ten of Swords. That's not a good legal look for anybody. 6 of Pentacles, Star. She's so biased. Queen of Swords. She's biased. She's giving charity to the right because he's a star and she wants to be a star. But then I've got a Queen of Swords here. Will she get kicked off the case? 9 of Wands. 6 of Wands. 8 of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. I don't know. There's something here I'm not aware of. Granted, there's always something I'm not aware of. That's why I'm reading on the cards. But no, there's something missing. There's whatever it is, will it come to light? How about that? Will it come to light? CC Ryder says the judges can act on their own. It is their court. They can issue a bench warrant for the arrest of a defendant if they violate conditions of release. I agree. Not that you need me to agree, because what you know about the law, you have forgotten more than I know about the law. But 7 of Swords. Thief card. 8 of Cups. 9 of Swords. 10 of Swords. There's evidence. Sleepless nights. Legal calamity. Theft card. I'm getting a feeling kind of watch this space. Mary Smith says, this read is similar to others, maybe a reprimand. It feels more serious than that. Yes. Anyway, okay. So there's something there. All right. And thank you, B. Smith. Thank you for trying to get some more thumbs up. Thank you. All right. Charlene had a question at 44 minutes in. And as usual, if there's anything I don't get to today, I'll roll it over to tomorrow because your questions are very important to me. All right, so Charlene was asking, will Trump threaten to divulge top secret information to try to force Jack Smith to drop his case? Like a gray mail. If so, will the government take some kind of action to stop him? Trump threatening to divulge top secret information to make Jack Smith drop his case, something tells me that would have the exact opposite effect. Jack Smith would metaphorically reach over the desk and grab Trump by his lapels. Oh, Music's birthday is tomorrow, and with Uncle Joe. Happy early birthday. CC Ryder says, I think, however, these judges are being overly cautious. Okay. All right, Dumpy, are you dumb enough? Are you, dig deep, are you dumb enough to somehow threaten Jack Smith to try to get him to back off by saying you'll divulge top secret information? Do you have it in you to reach that low, that Olympic level low of stupidity? What was that line from Addams Family? I am that fool. Two of Wands. Far right communication. Giovanna says, sorry, that ship has sailed. 45 already did this. Really? Roxana Lee says, the blackmailing of Jack Smith by 45. LOL. Go for it. Valerie Sargent says, do it. Do it, Trump. Do it. Yeah. 6 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Hermit, Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands. No, I've got a Hermit in the middle, so Giovanni says that's what Jack is going after him. Because he tried to gray mail Jack Smith? We're probably saying the same thing. Anyway. 6 of Wands. The victory, the burden of the victory. But this is isolation. Trump's in trouble in various places, and that might help him with. Well, he thinks that might help him with Smith, but he's being attacked from so many different directions where at state level and it wouldn't matter. Knight of Wands, he'd have to have lawyers do it for him, so he himself wouldn't get himself into trouble. I mean, they're not going to make a Queen for a Day offer to Donald Trump. So, Hermit, isolation in the middle. I don't think so. I mean, he is that dumb. He is that narcissistic and selfish and staggeringly stupid. Like many criminals. I would say, like most criminals. But, yeesh. Okay, so what else have we got? At 48:30. Yeah. While taking full advantage of the stay placed on the gag order, Trump has called for the prosecution of Judge Engoron's law clerk. Apparently, the law clerk sits too close to Engoron and whispers in his ear. She's giving him information and apparently rolls her eyes. And so they're like, well, she's like her own judge. She's influencing him. Misogynistic much? What, the poor little judge can't make any decisions on his own? Really? Anyway, Trump shared articles that showed her full name and several photos of her. While we know that this is all a mobster-style intimidation tactic, will Trump get away with this? Mary Smith says she serves at the discretion of the judge. Exactly. Yes. They're looking for, and what else can they argue? they've got to get bent out of shape on something. They've got to try to come up with some way to appeal. And if you don't bring it up during the trial, and you don't object to stuff during the trial, then you can't bring it up on appeal. That doesn't make sense to me, but that's what I heard this morning. So I might be sharing that information. I would think if they discovered something later, they could, but maybe it's weaker. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, Deborah Johnson, distraction. Obama's birth certificate, Clinton's emails, Warren DNA. Yeah, one trick pony. Wash, rinse, repeat. Exactly. Yeah, Terry Solaris. Trump is scared of a law clerk. Mm-hmm. And Gloria is saying Trump is making a mockery of our justice system. Oh, and so much else. All right, the Lover's card. They're desperate for anything. Page of Swords, King of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands. Whatever they're doing, it's not going to work. They're going to end up on the defensive. They're supposed to be fighting for him, but they're going to end up on the defensive. Trump thinks this is a great idea. Attack the woman. Matter of fact, is it Chris Keiss? Is one of Trump's lawyers? And someone said to him, "You're attacking this clerk who's a woman, is really misogynistic." And he said, "Don't call me misogynistic. I have a wife. I have a daughter." There are a lot of misogynists with wives and daughters. Anyway. Yeah. And little cards for little man. Yes. CC Ryder says they have to create chaos and conspiracy theories to advance on Fox News. Yes. And this is just brattiness. Running with scissors. This is just being an absolute brat. And then trying to fit that in as a legal argument. King of Swords. No. This is not going to work. Not going to work. And once they realize it won't work, you will never hear about this woman again. But Cindy says, what else is new? He always attacks women because they scare him. That's true. Valerie Sargent, yeah. Well, that makes it better. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Sheesh. Okay. So at 53:30, I mentioned this at the top. 53:40. Oh. Hey, you guys want to attack each other? You go right ahead. I'm just here. We're just here. No worries. Yummy. Villain McCarthy told Maria Bartiromo something about Matt Gaetz. Okay, so we've got Villain McCarthy disgraced Bartiromo and Villain Gaetz in this story all together. You might want to step back so none of this gets flung on you. Just, yeah. Villain McCarthy said that Villain Gaetz may have the same problem that George Santos is facing when Gaetz's ethics complaint findings become public. See, I thought that Gaetz, they'd come forth with an ethics thing, and it had kind of gone nowhere, but apparently they're doing another one. Go on. Whew, this is better than the this is better than Wimbledon. Whew, okay, so our thing's about to get interesting, because Villain McCarthy is so mad, bigly mad. Yes, Roxana Lee. Ding, ding, ding. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to bumble. So, hey, Villain McCarthy, if you want to go after Villain Gaetz, go right ahead. Let go somewhere. Quiet as a tomb. You've realized while they're attacking each other, they're not getting anything done. Go ahead, please. Be our guest. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, Seven of Swords, Magician. Petty. Page of Pentacles, petty Republicans. Democrats saying, hey, I don't even need to be in this fight. I'll be here. Nine of Cups. Oh, this is just again, Democrats all sticking together. Everything. Yeah, okay. With all the information organized. Seven of Swords. So that's a thief card. And the Magician with Hazmat trying to pull a rabbit out of his hat. So what this says is that the ethics report is going to come back and be very, very damaging toward Hazmat. Oh. Glorious. Oh, do tell me more. Oh, Judgment and the Ten of Swords. So they're all going to keep fighting each other. See, for all the talk about the polling, and Trump's so big, and Biden is blah, 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 these people can see the returns on the special elections that have been going on, and the primaries and stuff. Not primaries. The special elections that have been going on. They can see the reality, and they're scared. And they should be. Because they're knuckle-dragging, misogynistic, racist, bigoted blankety blanks. King of Swords. Yeah, not going to work. Not going to work. Mm-mm. Empress. Three of Cups. Hierophant. Moon. Page of Swords. I'm not getting anything specific. It's just okay. This is your government at work. You have the country, you have Democrats working for the country in any way they can. And on the other side, you've got chaos and brattiness. This is on the left. This is on the right. This is your government at work. Have fun. Don't take a sweater. Don't be back by 10. Do what you want. Don't let me stop you. Okay. I think I'm going to carry these over to tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm going to carry these over to tomorrow, but I have got to thank you for being here. And thank you for the super chats. And thank you for the things from the wish list. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bottom of my heart. Okay, so it is 1:30 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, Sarah and I will both be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Sarah's back from her couple of days off. Thank heavens. And we're going to get creative stuff done. Beastman says, that's a shocker from you. What? Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you, Autumn. We love you. Oh, Lori, you are very possibly the sweetest human being I've ever met in my entire life. And I just think the world of you. Anyway, yeah, and other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow because this is just how I do. This is how we do. All right? All right, so take care. You are not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. There really are. All right, so take care, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow.